in a couple different spots. And I noticed that as I did these balancing poses, that I remembered about our theme, and I noticed that the emotions and different feelings that have been coming up for me in these last few weeks leading up to the solstice, that as I stayed in these poses, you know, beyond the point that I felt that, you know, I was comfortable, that those emotions and feelings around different things happening began to come into balance. And so I just wanted to, if this resonates with anyone, I felt that I was doing it for all of us, but of course, if there's anything within you that, you know, you're working on or is coming up to be brought into wholeness or balance, that maybe this call, we can, you know, join in together in helping each other come into that divine balance together through just allowing ourselves to feel and be however, wherever we are today. Some of us are in a very beautiful, of course, space with just feeling loving and celebrating, and I know that we all have a part of us that's there as well. But if for those who feel some areas need a little more balance, I hope we can all, you know, contribute today, and I hope that the balancing poses that I did today helped everyone as well. So I just wanted to share my love and let you know that I'm with you. And I'll place this deck back in for you, Ava, to continue. Love you. Thank you.
This is Birgitta, and I have something to share today. It's very special. I wonder if I can put on the video so you can see the picture I took today.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Can you see?
Yes.
It's a little aquatherium with a pyramid on the head.
Oh, wow.
A light pyramid. You can see that?
Move it around a little bit. Oh, there. Yeah, yeah. Got it.
Yeah. It's because I know I have done meditations with pyramid for some time now, and there it was white pillar too. I can show that too on the same spot. You can see that white pillar there. You see it? Well, down there, it was that picture I showed you down there. That was the picture of the little being, and up here is the pillar, the white pillar of light. So I think this can be interesting for today.
It definitely is. And by the way, Christina, your video is on, just in case you're not aware. And if you can, perfect, turn that off. Yeah.
Can I share something, please?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, it's something very different. It's more like, sounds more like a request, but we need to move out of the place where we are now. The landlord is selling his house, has decided to sell, so we need to move out. I would say the sooner the better. Supposedly our lease ends in about 10 days or 11 days. So I hope that the energies of today's and incoming solstice will help. But I would appreciate some good thoughts, some good energies, please. Thank you.
That's so beautiful. Thank you for adding that in. And it's, I love that about coming together as a soul group, that we can actually help each other to create the miracles and the forward momentum that we cannot always create just by ourselves. So thank you for putting that request and intention in there at the beginning. So that's really beautiful. So, and any of you have any, you know, desires, intentions, you know, add them in. And you can do it silently. And of course, always later, if you're guided, you can add that in as well. And there's always space for that. That's why we're here. So we are around the solstice on June 19th, 2016 in linear time. And what I wanted to share, I'm guided to share the reason I picked that loose topic for the Divine Council meeting is because of the energies that have been up, and that so many of us, really all of us, it feels, have been one big balancing act. It seems like the intensity of these energies are bringing up any and all duality that is still left inside of us, any aspects that we have not brought back into love and wholeness are coming up big time, and oftentimes they're also out picturing in our lives and our environment. So really, let's see, someone's microphone. Angela, if you, might be you, if you want to mute yourself. I don't want to mute you because otherwise you cannot unmute yourself later. And anyone else who has some noise going on, there's a bit of interference. Awesome, thank you. And that's how perfect that is. Exactly it. I love how this works. We're being so asked within ourselves and our lives to embrace our humanness, any places within ourselves and each other where we're still being at our most human. And what I mean with that is where we still carry duality or separation, those energies that we have been immersed in for thousands of years in this past cycle that we are coming out of, where we literally chose to forget that we are a source. And so right now, as we are completing that cycle and are fully ready to step into living and embodying our divinity in form, all of the old is like flying left and right and coming up, not because it's a problem, but because it is wishing to be seen, to be heard, to be loved, to be acknowledged, and to be embraced. So it can actually be released and dissolved and return to the wholeness, the divinity that it is. That it has simply distorted itself out of that divinity for a few thousands of years to give us an experience of duality. And so pretty much all of us who are here have come here to end duality within ourselves, and therefore to usher in the ending of all duality, and therefore of time itself, because time and duality, the linear time frame, it's part of the duality experience, will come to a close as we're moving ever more fully and stably into being in our fifth dimensional vibration. So it's really beautiful. So, you know, the noise and interference when someone is coming on or their microphone gets unmuted by accident is just so perfect. And it's not that it's a problem. It's simply something that is showing up to be embraced from this much higher perspective and knowingness that it is perfect and that it is serving a purpose, a reminder or a new way of being, or helping us to get a new perspective, or helping us, inviting us to no longer hold judgment, to no longer make it wrong. And then as that is happening, whatever that may be in our lives, it can be released. It no longer needs to be there for us. So I just know for so many of us, we've been going through major initiations with these intense energies. Everything is coming up. So this gathering will help all of us to bring those old aspects of duality that are wishing to be seen and heard and released and whole into that whole. And merge into the oneness, into the divinity that we are. So this meeting is very much serving the purpose to help us in our individual journeys to come into much greater peace and balance, and to be able to hold that space for ourselves primarily, and therefore for everyone who we come into contact with, that space of loving unconditional compassion for ourselves ever more fully. So hence that theme for today. And before I hand this over to Ariana to play her singing bowl, and for us to open the sacred space into the silence more fully with 3 ohms. I also wish to share about the pyramid. I just went to Amma and I bought this little crystal pyramid that I'm holding in my hand right now. So, and as I was tuning in before the meeting, I saw all of us, and not just those of us here, but all of us, there are many people who said they couldn't make it because of where they are for the solstice. So we're very much connecting with them, as well as all of the other groups that are meeting around the globe, whether today, or the next couple of days. We're connecting with all of them. And I saw all of us in this huge pyramid of light, white, golden, silvery light. I've never seen that before. And all of our teams and divine councils and all of the groups across the planet. So this pyramid theme that so many of you have been experiencing is very much present here. And we will see whether there's more that's coming through related to that. So with that, Ariana, if you want to open up, and let's see, there is someone's microphone is still open, and there is some background noise. So if the only microphones that look unmuted are Ariana, Catherine, Christina, and yeah. So I don't know quite what to do about that. Done my best here to determine what it is.
I just turned it on, so I think it was Catherine. But let's open the sacred space with the sound of this bowl. And I would like to invite you all to chant Om with me 3 times. Please unmute yourself if you choose so. And let this be our song of liberation, a song of unification, as we express our very own electromagnetic frequency, our very own signature. We unify with all the aspects of ourselves, all the way up to the point of creation. And also we connect with each other, forming a beautiful flower of life. So after we sing the Om, we will go into silence, and after that the medicine, talking stick will be in the middle of the circle.
And this is Eva. It's a beautiful flooding in of energies, and I will let you each experience what that is for you. And there's some light language that is wishing to come through for all of us. Inana kishina hiataka minetana kihiata kiana meta shiataka nihinata iteakata mina 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 kihishana kiteata Shaya Kina Mateata Ki. Welcome, welcome, dear ones, to that ancient circle from way, way, way before time. You know each other well. You have been in ancient circles before and again at different, very crucial points along the way of humanity's and Earth's unfolding. And you knew and you agreed to come together again, here and now. Whether you already know each other in 3D or not, you know each other well. And thank you, beloveds, for hearing this call. Shena,
Ke hata na e ata, me te atakana. Mate, mate, mate. It's time for the very ancient wisdom, knowledge to be remembered within, to awaken that ancient of knowledge, those ancients of gifts that for a while, for thousands of years, were not allowed to be accessed and to be present here on planet Earth, because likely they would have been misused. And now, dear ones, you are here to remember for yourselves and then for all of humanity. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste.
Greetings, everybody. This is Aviva Om, and I'm guided to invite forward each of our divine presence, that place within us that is that God self, that divine self, that most high essence of who we are, that is oneness of being with each of us. To let go of the third dimensional illusions of who we thought we were, and to come into that beautiful presence of our divinity, and to express and share from this place. I feel the cosmic white fire with violet energy coming through, and I ask the most high source of all creation to be present and flowing through each of us. I call upon the beloved archangels to join us, and the ascended masters, the star beings, the Christed extraterrestrials, the star nations. I call upon the shining ones, call upon all the benevolent forces across all of creation, all universes, galaxies and star systems to be present with us here, creating a field of divine protection and love around each of us, around us as a group, around all our light family, and around the entire planet, bringing us into the most high harmony and love. And the angels, seraphim, cherubim, the Elohim, and all the divine presence of God, source beings of light, and Lady Gaia, and all the beings of light that dwell within Gaia, the Agathans, the Telosians, to be present with us, amplifying our energies. And of course, these are all aspects of who we are, and to bring that all this beauty here into the oneness that we are. We're all one, and we're creating this beautiful web of oneness together. Let's leave everything that isn't love, put it into the violet flames. We are pure love. We can let all the past go, all the separation go. We are one, one, one. And so just to remind each of us that we are these perfect divine beings. We each have something unique to share and offer and bring forward. We are each absolutely perfect, beautiful, benevolent and loving beings. And each of us here has something special and unique, even if we don't wish to share. Just our energy being here is perfect. So I just wish to acknowledge that within each of us, that everything, just by being here, your presence is enough. In fact, it's absolutely magnificent and divine. So, and if you feel called to share, just jump off the edge, because that's where the magic happens. Just jump into the circle and allow the grace to flow through you. And let's And thank you for all the beauty that's already been shared. And it's a very special solstice because of the full moon and the solstice at the same time, which is really amplifying the masculine and feminine and the polarities merging. So it's a very powerful portal. Yes, so I pass the talking stick back into the center. Thank you.
Hello, this is Marcy. As I take a moment to be in such gratitude for all the energy that has just been expressed on this line, this communication, this circle. And speaking in the current divine version, self, Marcy, from the perspective of Source, is the most beautiful experience one physical human can ever sense. And what is being brought forward on this divine, accelerated moment in time on this beautiful June solstice and this full moon has brought the current version of Marcy walking during challenging energies of this past week and a half, with old programs of bygone years coming up into the face, to be challenged, to make a choice in that instant. Identify or stay with me. This is the challenge we all face. This is the total release of letting go of the third dimensional duality and walking on this planet, this fifth dimensional planet, Gaia, the beloved, with all energies, inner earth and outer solar expressions. Here now, in the physical bodies that we all inhabit. This is what we are now being gifted to totally embrace. This is the light that we walk with constantly, every single linear moment on this planet, while we walk still amongst many who are awakening. Just our physical presence amplifies the love and light that we truly are, always have been, and that we have remembered, brought forth our complete soul essence, walking, talking in a physical body on earth at this moment. Never has been done before, ever, ever, ever. So we congratulate ourselves, and we know that this blessing, this time, this moment, in our continuation of expression is enabling every single person, place, thing, animal, creature, plant, every breath you take expresses the light that you are, regardless whether you are totally coherent in the moment of that or not. It is so. It is so. And as I come back and share, as Marcy, from the beginning of this call, I really want to share with you a moment when Eva mentioned at the beginning of the call that at that moment there were 14 callers or people participating in the circle at that moment. And this huge smile became across my entire heart being, face, all being. And I immediately said, yes, the 144,000 soul clusters came here. This is the unity. This is what I heard Eva speak of the union of walking with this awareness, this connection, this I am firmly grounded in our physical beings, in our hearts, minds, letting go of old identity totally, and walking as the new but current, truthful version of our I am presence now and forevermore. I bless and I love everyone in this family, for we are truly one. The human and the divine, there is only one. Only one. Namaste and thank you. I place the stick back into the center of the circle.
Wow. I am. White Eagle finally got through. Great Spirit blessed me with allowing this little phone to work, even though my computer doesn't work. I am here in the presence of beautiful souls, some of whom I have met and spoken with before, others I have not. Always Thoth, the ancient brotherhood, Great Spirit Walken Tonka, speaking through me in the voice of love, sincerity, truth, and respect for all who come to this place, not only to worship and to hold in place the physical land of this mountain, this valley, this continent, this planet, but way beyond. All the cosmic rays spoken of many, many years ago, the 13 rays, the 7 rays, the Cherokee ways. These are just a few of the many names, but the concept is one. And that oneness is based on one soul concept, unconditional love. There are no conditions, there are no options. There is one moment, and physically, verbally, texting, all of these are one, and all are worth of the greatest respect. No one better than others, no one older than others, no one more important than others, yet all are needed, all are important. In this bringing together and emanating and elevating the light consciousness of Telos, of the Lemurian, of the ancient beings from Atlantis and beyond, all this thought says to us, we are thankful. We, the Brotherhood, bless you, each and every one. Continue to work, continue to share with each other, even in your thoughts, even in your thoughts. And so it is, and so it shall be, and so it will remain. Namaste. Ine heyo haya one, White Eagle says. Asana yate. Blessings. The Takutistan, the spirit of the ancestors, rise with you, making temples rise everywhere you go, everywhere you walk. You are creating a temple. So be it. I place the stick now, and I'm able to listen for a few more minutes. Thank you all.
Hi, this is Catherine. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Beautiful.
Hi, thank you. I'm in Hawaii in this beautiful, there's a sacred place here. I haven't really found what it was. It's kind of chaotic for me right now. I have to leave the hotel because our time is up, but I just wanted to add that I love all of you. I am so connected and trying so hard to stay here. I think I need to disconnect, so I just wanted to let you know I'm here and I'm trying my best. I'm just feeling so open and non-duality, but then a second later it's here because I'm with my daughter and it's a little tough, but I am staying centered and I just wanted to share my love with you. Thank you.
This is Eva. Catherine and everyone who has shared. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So often I am moved to tears, and it's so difficult for me not to share after each of you speak or share, because there's so much that is coming forth and that is being transmitted as each of you share. Each of you. It doesn't matter whether it sounds like we are just talking about the weather. So please know that each of you is sharing. Worlds, gateways, portals are being opened. Healing energies are being distributed, initiated, experienced. Wishes, desires are being brought forth and communicated to the universe, and it is responding. It is epic. And Catherine, just to what you just shared, that it is exactly the mastery, the highest of masteries that we are each being asked to live. It is so much more challenging to be living in the world, among the people, doing our daily things and embodying that level of mastery and divinity. And in one moment we are in quotes hit, it feels like we're hit by duality, the extremes of it even. And yet to hold ever increasingly that space for ourselves and the higher knowing and the unconditional love and the trusting somewhere, focusing on that trusting somewhere in our heart space that all is okay, more than okay, that whatever is arising inside and outside is in fact the perfect experience to allow us to step into our highest mastery. And that is the mastery. That is the highest of masteries. That is, in fact, what is ending duality. Because we are merging the duality, we are merging the extremes, the seeming opposite, the seeming polarities within, ever more fully without judgment. That is what will shift everything for ourselves in each of our lives, and therefore for all of humanity. That is what will shift humanity as a whole, as more and more a living, walking, breathing, talking, that mastery. So thank you, Catherine, for making this so explicit, exactly what each of us is experiencing so profoundly, extremely and intensely. It is beautiful. You are doing amazingly well, as each of us are, regardless of how it may feel and appear in 3D. That is the master. Walking Yeshua. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes. We shall do this. We shall be free. It's just so beautiful to be here right now. I hope you guys get to see some pictures. I love you all, and I'm still here, but I may have to go at some point.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
So profound. Just this as an example. Any sharing how profound it is. We think we're nothing, or we're not there yet, or our lives are in shambles, or we feel all these conflicting emotions and we must be so far away from our mastery or embodying our divinity, but so far from it because of the awareness, the love that we are bringing with it. It is such a high level mastery that you have already reached, that is you, that you are remembering. It is beautiful to behold. I see each of you, and I see myself ever more fully, and I honor each of you and myself and the difficulties of our journeys ever more fully. And when I speak, I don't mean me either, yeah, that too, but my higher selves, and I speak for all of our teams. That is what they wish for us to know and feel, how much they're holding us with that kind of esteem and honoring and gratitude for how we are able to walk this mastery and bring in physical embodiment, literally into our form, a level of divinity, of vibration that has not been here before. So feel that, tune into your heart, know that as your truth. Shana Yataka Meteta Kina.
This is Christina, and I would like to share a little message I just received from our brothers and sisters of the Pleiades. Daughter of light and darkness, now is the time. Now everything is ready. Get on the ride, it's free. Don't hold back. We stand behind all of you in awe of your light, of your spirit, of your power, and of your courage. Beautiful, sweet souls, we thank you for doing this work. It is not just your precious earth that is being balanced, but this is spreading all through our universe and beyond. Let us all co-create this new world and hold it in love and peace. Let us work together and make sure this time that everything really becomes what we intend. We love you infinitely, and we bow to you. Thank you.
This is Eva, and guided to share that even as we are sitting in this great, great pyramid of light, and in fact, I see there are many levels of it, as Christina, with her message, was just alluding to. We are sitting in pyramids of light on an earthly level, and the earth is encompassed in a beautiful pyramid of light. And there are higher and higher levels that we sit in with all the different councils of light, all the way up to a universal pyramid of light that we sit in as well, and the councils at that level that we are participating in. So there is an incredible coordination of levels of balancing, of holding and healing that is happening right now. It is a grand coordination, not only, and I could feel here some, this is, of our connecting with all the other groups who are doing and engaging in Solstice activities here on the planet and for the planet, but on the solar level system, our galactic system, and the universal system, and everything in between. It truly is beyond words what we are participating in and are helping facilitate. And with that also, I want to be really clear that there's so much happening energetically that I cannot be called out, and it would detract also, but please know that also within that, you are in a particular, each of us are in our particular pyramids, healing chambers, caves, whatever it is, beach, ocean, and we're each being offered by our teams and our higher selves very unique energies that are accelerating our paths with the greatest ease and grace for our physical embodiment. So please know this is all happening simultaneously at the same time. And with that, there are ancient aspects of us that are wishing to and offering to be remembered and to be integrated within us. Ancient ones that we have been and are, and whose wisdom and knowledge across eons and times are now really willing, able to be remembered and integrated. So simply to be open to that here and now and in the days and weeks to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Ava, for your beautiful sharing, and for all who's shared, and for all that we've had the privilege to receive and process. And thank you for the flood of insights that have been stirred in me. I've been reluctant to share, been a bit of a mixed smoothie today with some really strong emotional stuff coming up for me to process today, and been hesitant to share because it's so strong, and of course we want to focus on the positive new that we're bringing rather than maybe some of the less pleasant things that we are transmuting but is necessary to bring to the forefront in order for us to create the new. And with today being a full moon, which happens to be placed in my moon sign, and it being Father's Day, I had an almost crippling wave of anger towards Father. Really, really hitting me hard today. And I'm living with a friend who pastors a church, and I couldn't bear to sit in the church and give praise to Father. And I couldn't bear to sit in the church and listen to praise being given to fathers and husbands. And I do want to apologize to the masculine expression for these feelings that I've held, because I'm one with you, that all lives in me. But I've needed this wound to come up and to let that poison come out so that I can come into this forgiveness. And as everyone was sharing and all these energies were stirring, I began to understand that we are collectively moving into this phase of releasing that original wound that we all carry from this archetypal play of duality. Extreme duality, extreme polarization that we've all suffered from, masculine and feminine. We've all hurt from being in this unhealed consciousness, and it's time for us to bring that stuff forward and love it and release it, and recognize that we all had our own story to play out, our own way of experiencing this wound or multiple wounds, these patterns that are coming up to be released. And it's as we move into this opportunity of great healing, we actually become freed to move into the fun stuff, the next wave of creating the new and dissolving that polarity, coming into oneness, coming into balance, coming into our highest expression of who we are, where we're not experiencing these divisions anymore, where these wounds don't have a place to recreate themselves. And so I just want to give thanks for this opportunity to greet this pain in me so that I can lovingly release it, so that I can forgive, as I've been receiving this message time and time again, not knowing what it is exactly that I'm needing to forgive. And I realized it was much, much bigger than any particular event that's happened in my lifetime. And as I forgive the all, I forgive myself, as I'm doing the best I can to expand my consciousness and to realize what's being placed before me, and to integrate and to transmute. And here lies the gift, that alchemy of turning lead into gold. And I want to thank everybody for being a part of it. I want to thank everybody for this opportunity to connect and to share and to heal together. And for all the healers that have shown up for me, whether we've met yet or not, that we're all a part of this. It's a beautiful, beautiful homecoming. Thank you all. I put the talking stick back.
This is Ava and Angela. To you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart and soul for sharing what is up for you. For as you did that, and it's still happening now, yet it is healing that is available as the piece that you are bringing and reminding us of and activating. You are opening that gateway to bring into our awareness the healing that is ready to come forth for us of any and all distortions that we have of the divine masculine. Anything that we may have perpetrated at any point in time in that name, in male embodiment, or in terms of a god portrayed as a masculine figure. And typically it was judgment of good and wrong and sin and evil, and that our fathers may have committed, that we experienced, and all the distortions about God and what it is about, that have ruled us and our embodiment for thousands of years. And even beyond that, how it has tainted our perception of source in general. And all of that with your opening and being honest and vulnerable, with your experience, is opening this epic healing, not only for each of us and our soul group, all of our ancestors, and for all of humanity. It's absolutely profound, the experience I'm having and what I'm seeing happening. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hi, this is Marcy, and I'm being urged to share my gratitude also to you, Catherine, and to the other younger woman the other person who shared earlier about the concreteness of the moment in their emotional lives and the challenges that we keep talking about, and how the embodiment of that light is so purely present that I'm witnessing, and I'm so grateful for I too, alluded to earlier that I just was challenged greatly, hit emotional whammy on the physical just several days ago. And the good news is that with trust and faith that I have in self, that I was able to look at that challenge, that pain, so much faster in the moment and moments to follow to course correct back into that unity of true self. And that's what we're all doing. That is what this call is about on the physical. And then we talk about the expansion of ourselves, knowing these things, and then that regulates out up into the stratospheres to our star sisters and brothers and all below and above. I mean, it all is magnetized. It's all reflected out. And I just can't say thank you enough from the bottom, from every molecule of my body being, to have this awareness and this gift today from everyone who has shared. Namaste, and thank you again.
Right now, this is Eva. I am being guided to have each of us, invite each of us to tune into our heart centers. Because as Marcy was sharing and really activating the initiation that is happening right now, well, because of all of the openings, the sharings, the healings, the holding that has been happening for each of us, our families, ancestors, all of humanity. There is a clearing and an opening, an opportunity for reconnection within ourselves from our heart centers, outwards, down into the earth, crystalline earth core of our Mother Gaia. From there to the crystalline core of the Mother Principle of creation. And to feel her love, the spaces holding the safe cradling of that Mother Principle. Feel grounded and connected through that, held safely within form and beyond form, allowing a whole new expression of who we are and of what is possible. And I also feel that expansion upwards into the sky, into the heavens, to our soul, our higher selves, our I am presence, back all the way to the original source, the infinite, that we also are, from which we are expressing. To feel that connection, the fullness of who you are, as you're expressing it through form in the horizontal plane. Feel and know that new more expanded, more full version, expression of yourself in form that is available to each of us here and now and henceforth. Thank you. Thank you. Shana Teatata Kiteanama Teatara. Namaste. And with that initiation, I'm just receiving my crown of glory. And I feel each of us are having our own blessing initiation. Garments of gold, or whatever it may be for you, that we each need to give. With that is a whole new level of the embodiment of the Christ, Christos, and the Sophia consciousness. The male and the female version of the new consciousness that is wishing to be expressed, to be birthed through each of us. So experience that blessing, that crowning, glory, the honoring of who you are, the divinity in form. Thank you.
This is Ariana. I would like to share with you what I have been seeing, watching. Well, first of all, the energies are just absolutely awesome. Just feeling into this. It's an energy field that's blended, that where we are all unified. So there's no way to describe what it is, but you feel. We feel this incredible bliss and lightness of being, and no need to translate what you are feeling. There's no need for translation so long you can feel. But at the same time, I was watching as we in the circle, as we connect, we form a sun disk. And this sun disk is spinning at an incredible speed. And then there's the connection to the other suns, the one above and one below, activating the vertical line. It is the activation of the solar self. And there was the word solar technology, which I don't understand at this point what it is, but it is being activated. Activating the solar self. The life force. I placed the talking stick back.
Oh, this is Eva, Ariana, so beautiful. I just, I could see, feel that sun disk. It's an ancient sun disk. It's, I mean, there's some real ones here in different places around the planet that have been, in quotes, buried, and etheric ones that are surrounding them. And with your sharing, I could see it's like a stargate, actually. Yet in the sun disk version of that, and as it is moving around and clicking into place, it's an old combination, lock and key, and that clicking into place and opening of that ancient knowledge of the sun disk, and therefore the opening of that portal to our sun and to our central sun, which is in the Pleiades, Alcyone, and our great central sun in the middle of our galaxy. And from there to the great, great central sun. It is that opening, the combination key lock that is clicking into place that has not been available before. Those new connection, the new streaming in and aligning of all the suns, and that ancient knowledge that is now ready to be remembered and brought forth. So those were, it comes back to that ancient remembrance and gathering that I saw at the beginning as in the circle, as well as remembering ourselves as the ancient ones. And those ancient key codes, sun, solar codes, are now flooding out as fire letters from that gate, that solar disk gate that has been clicking into place. It's so beautiful. So we are absorbing them, and they're opening and activating remembrances within ourselves, our DNA, our heart, our brain being activated to use more of those spaces that we have not yet used. So thank you for that sharing. So missing. Thank you. Beautiful.
Hello, it's Aviva Om. I was just receiving this message. It's like a light code or key code, which is God is the eternal light in my soul that goes on forever and ever and ever. And I feel this is the key, the invitation through all of the challenges that we face here, which are amplified because as the light increases, also the polarity is increasing on the planet. So we have to be absolutely resilient in our determination and focus on surrendering to God and Source, or however you wish to whatever your name, how you term the Almighty Creator that we are at the source. So it's surrendering and stepping out of this stories here too as well, and knowing that this is not who we are. It's not a true identity. What we are is this vast eternal beings that go on forever and ever, and we have this infinite power. So I find that's the key for me to move beyond the stories of limitation here, because knowing that that's not who I am, and it's a temporary story of roles that I've played in the past, then I can step into this vastness of being that then creates the new story. So that was just coming through for me to share, because it is such a challenging time, as well as being the most beautiful. So yeah, if I can just, maybe that's a seed that can help somebody, or just putting that energy there. That's all I wanted to share. Thank you. Loving you all. Blessings. Namaste.
This is Eva, and it's so beautiful. Sharing another piece of the puzzle comes in. So what I'm seeing now was that sharing even more explicitly than earlier, as I was guided to have us focus on our heart space and feel that it's like a bright light that shot and is still shooting out of our heart space, and it's really shooting out in all directions. Yet there is the vertical alignment that's shooting out up and down, and then there also is the horizontal, the left and right, that's shooting out. It is that cross, it is now a light cross that I see activating and having fully anchored through this within each of us. And it is basically what I'm hearing and getting. I'm sitting here and I'm feeling it within me, like through my vertical column. I mean, in my physicality, and shooting out way beyond me, and the left and right going out through my arms are spread out left and right with the palms upturned for me. And what I'm hearing and seeing is that the old cross that Yeshua offered himself up to become a part of, to be nailed to, so to speak, about 2,000 years ago, as he brought in the level of Christ consciousness that would provide or seed that possibility of this Christos Sophia consciousness to come in now and to be anchored in to a much higher level of that Christ, Buddha, Allah consciousness. So what I'm hearing is that that cross, Yeshua on the cross, I don't know whether you're Christian or not, you know what I'm referring to, is being replaced now within us, through us, with this epic cosmic cross of light. And that is now a part of who we are. Of course, it always has been, but we forgot. And now that we are remembering, and that we have released and are continuing to release any of our judgments, distortion, shame, fear, guilt of having turned our backs in quotes to God or source, or coming into duality, haven't tasted of the knowledge of good and evil, meaning really we forgot who we are and therefore we started to judge as good and bad. And now, literally, the opening is taking place to replace that knowledge of good and evil, that old cross, this epic cross of diamond light within us, through us, as us. And with that, all karmic timelines, all duality, all time, meaning third, fourth dimensional existence, can be transcended. Not by making it wrong or getting away from it, but by simply radiating and embracing it as being a part of us and merging into our divinity and knowledge of the oneness that we are. And feel that if it resonates inside of you. Know it is a part of you. If you so choose, if you are willing to allow that kind of grace, dispensation, and blessing into you and your life, because you are worthy, you are pure, and you're innocent. If you allow it, it is yours. And to put down on the altar that old cross of duality that we have carried for so long. Here, now, and once and for all. This is our time of rebirth. We have been preparing for this. This is what we've been waiting for. And I've been getting so strongly that the first half of this year was a final clearing out, and that to the second half of this year, we will all get an opportunity to complete that, to step into our power, move into our purposes and new ways of expressing, and returning from our cave time into fully expressing now in new ways and forms in physical reality, and to really live our heaven on earth. Oh, wow. Thank you, each of you, for showing up and making this a possibility, for allowing me to experience this, to opening this gateway for all of us, and therefore for all of humanity, to open and to embody that new diamond cross light. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
This is Birgitta. Can I show my picture I have done today? The picture is about a white cross. Woman like a white cross.
Yep, that's it.
And she is connected, yeah, to the sun and up. Okay, you've seen it.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I just would like to add also something that's been coming through for me this last year is that the cross is really the place of polarities merging. You have all polarities merging in the heart. You know, you have the above and the below, the masculine and feminine, left and right, dark and light. All of those merging at that, you know, it's like the cross point in the center, in the heart of the union place. So I find that quite beautiful to understand the cross as that place of the merging. That's why it was so symbolic at that time, because it was about taking all the pain of humanity and transmuting it into its higher form of love. And if any of you feel drawn as well, working with the sacred wounds is such a beautiful, magical way of healing. So you just touch each, you know, the feet of Yeshua and the hands and the crown and the wound at the side, the 5 sacred wounds. And look it up on the internet. I've just found it the most magnificent healing process, because what you're doing is you're going to the very core wounds of humanity. When you touch those wounds on the feet and the arm, the hands and the crown and the side, and it's such. I've had some incredibly profound experiences. So if you feel called, just maybe do some research online, and that might be a beautiful way to really heal. Begin healing those very, very deep ancient wounds. Okay, blessings and love. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, I love both of your sharings. And Christina, I love your image because it's just that ball of light that's coming out, which is what I see our heart space to be. So it's really, really beautiful. And thank you, Aviva. That is so beautiful, because even though, I mean, what I gather, my knowing, you know, as I can feel that diamond cross of light just shooting out from my heart space. And I know it is the invitation, the knowingness that we are ending, I mean, in the process, and depending on where we are in process, we're ending all karma. I mean, soon there will no longer be any old wounds, meaning that some of us, all of us here, my sensing is we're getting to the point where we are no longer, where we have cleared enough of the old wounds that we have willingly and knowingly taken on in our own soul journeys to transmute in our lifetimes, yet for humanity, that we have cleared soon enough of our own wounding that we no longer will be engaged in this way, and really kind of in the quagmire, or be burdened down by our transmuting for humanity. So we are actually now being ushered, if we desire to let go of that form of service, which we have offered for eons, in particular up until this point in this lifetime, we can, if we want to, and I'm ready to close that chapter in our existence on the planet where we are transmuting in that way and have all this stuff come up through us and within us and out picturing, and that we simply hold that light and radiate it. And because we have cleared enough of that karma, more than 50% old duality-based, fear-based patterns, that it will no longer resonate enough within us that we are not getting pulled off center by it. We simply will hold that divine love and compassion more fully, and there will not be resonance within us. It will go through us much more. So that is my understanding of what is possible now. And of course, until each of us have reached that point within us and we're really ready to let go of the old, I love, that possibility and tool to use when we do have core things still coming up. That's really beautiful, Aviva. Yeah. So that's, my gathering and understanding that and then one of the biggest messages I feel for all of us from our higher aspects and teams, that this is the new arrival and full embodiment of the new Christos and Sophia consciousness, where we can go beyond that old way of serving and transmuting. And I am ready to embrace it and to allow to outpicture the heaven on earth that I know I came here to experience with all of you. Thank you. And I also feel the energies coming to a close. And so to open the space for those of you who are still meant to share something to complete that transmission and activation and journey for today. So thank you.
Hello, all. This is Angela. I just wanted to share just how strongly everything that was expressed has been working within me and how beautifully appropriate all this has been to respond to what I was working through this morning and am continuing to process as we move. It's just such an incredibly beautiful transformational opportunity that I just feel so lucky to be a part of, and to hear all the words being delivered that are speaking to my soul so profoundly. Like I can't even express all the things that are coming up. And a big one is, Ava, everything that you're expressing about Yeshua and the cross, and I believe it was also Aviva talking about touching the wounds. And gosh, I can't even process it. I can't even verbally express. As the tears flow down my face, just the remembrance of who Yeshua truly is and how it speaks to me about the blocks that I've put up to the masculine expression based on my personal history, based on the Earth's history, and what the feminine has experienced. I've associated the Christian religion with patriarchy, and so here I am being placed in an environment where I'm going to church. And not only am I going to church, I'm being pulled right up into leadership, where I'm up there giving announcements and I'm singing in the praise and worship, and I'm a major part in things that we're doing. And I keep asking myself, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? I've been really digging my heels, and the resistance to accepting Father, to put it in my own words, has run really deep. And I feel that everything that we've worked through today so beautifully and so perfectly on Father's Day. All the stuff that we've covered has been really helpful for me, because when we end this meeting, I'm going to be going back to the church and working on a mural that I've been doing on the wall, and I'm going to be doing the flowers, which I think is a really nice, it flows nicely with everything that we're processing here. It's kind of time to go and touch it up and soften it up and add some color and life, and see where it goes from there. But I just want to give so much thanks for all that this has done for me, and I can't wait to further share with you all. So thank you very much.
Opening the space for anyone else who may wish to share before we officially close.
Hi, Ava. This is Susanna. I do have a little something to share. And I just want to also thank everyone for such a beautiful call today of sharing so deeply from your hearts what's happening with you and what is coming through, because every single expression and sharing has touched me very deeply and helped me to integrate and understand what's been happening for me for so intensely for a few weeks here around my home, and working through all the feelings and emotions and the bigger and larger energies around this. So I just want to say that I just want to say thank you very much, because it's really helped me shift my perspective around it and also feel a lot more peace in my heart about what is truly happening, and the wonderful energies that are being transmuted through me through this experience. And I feel a lot less alone in the situation now that I've had a chance to be with all of you, connect my heart, and really listen and be here, very present and loving you as I feel into every part of what you're sharing. And every bit of it has touched a situation in my life that has been really important to me and really impacted my life. So I also want to say thank you, because as you've shared, it's allowed me to bring love to that situation and that feeling, and to bring a peace and a feeling of wholeness and a balance to everything I felt around it. And now I see things very differently. And so I thank you all for bringing such a beautiful love and compassionate heart to today's call. And I love what you've all shared that's come through you and your knowingness, because it's all very special. There's such amazing wisdom here in this beautiful family. And things are seeming to come to a culmination for me here today and tomorrow. And I feel a renewed strength and commitment to everything that I'm doing here for all of us, for myself. So I love you and I thank you from my bottom of my heart. Look forward to being with you again and hearing more about where we all are as we meet the next time, but we're always together. Whenever we are not on this call, we are still together, supporting each other and loving each other. So bless you all. Love you.
All right, this is Eva again, and what I got so strongly also, you know, as you were just sharing, Suzanne, Basra, is to bring to each of your and our awareness that because of who you are, if you are here now, if you are ever called to listen to this recording, you are one of the forerunners, the way showers, one of those who've never fit in, likely even into any already existing spiritual path and way of being. So you are bringing in and embodying the new creation energies in a whole new way. And so, for example, as each of us are sharing to someone not, you know, who doesn't see energy or feel it yet or whatever, it may sound like, oh, they're just speaking. Yet what is being brought forth, I mean, particularly as we are come together like this and unity consciousness, is so epic. The energies, the holding, the healing, the activations, the bringing forth of the next layer of wisdom and knowing and remembrance and reconnection or release or dissolution. It is beyond words, and I'm so blessed to be a part of that, a part of you, part of each of our journeys, this sharing, this epic cosmic co-creation that we just embarked on here today, and that is continuing absolutely, even when we are not physically connected here like this. And as a reminder, connect with each other, call on each other, share with each other, sit with each other, you know, on the phone, even for just 15 minutes, if you're guided to do so. Just even sitting without speaking will transform in such beautiful ways because of the love, the connection, the soul connection that is being experienced. So it doesn't take much. So please reach out and connect with each other, all of us. And I do feel and sense that we will have more of these kinds of calls and different kinds of calls, maybe some that will be more guided, maybe that a few of us may be called to hold, where some of us will hold more of a space. And there will be more of a topic to be brought forth and through. So to, you know, tune in, be present for that. I do feel many of us are coming out of our caves. So, the Embodying the New Creation Energies page, Facebook page, will definitely become more of a place of interaction and sharing and upliftment. So let's see what we can do together and what we are asked to co-create. And if you feel called to be a little bit more involved, please get in touch with me. All right. Thank you so much. It's beyond words, my gratitude and the blessing that I feel. Thank you.